Hello everybody, and this is Ross.
And this is Ross.
And this is also Ross.
And this is Ross, and we're coming to you from cheapwatchreviews.com.
Today we're going to do something slightly different and tell you how to do your taxes.
So what? What the hell are you talking about? We're going to be reviewing the Oris TT1 Diver's Date watch.
This is a Swiss-made watch, and Oris has been around since 1904. Didn't know that.
No? Yeah, well, I've known that all along. I've been holding out on you. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the specs. So, just to get that out there right away, this is one of our favorite watches. It's so beefy, so well put together, feels incredible on the wrist, lots of presence, and it's just an all-around really cool watch. So, it's got a tapered 44mm case. And it's being shown off right now. Actually, here, let me get it out of this case here and show you what I mean by the tapered case. So, as you can see, it kind of almost cascades down on the sides. It's a very unusual case design that Oris decided to go with, but it's proven to be very, very popular. And despite its 44mm width, it wears more like, I'd say, a 42, and it's quite thin at only 12mm, which puts it about on par with watches like the Omega Speedmaster, which are substantially pricier than this model.
Yep. So it's a polished stainless steel case, and something unique
brushed
stainless steel case. My notes are wrong. Something unique for a dive watch is it actually has a sapphire display back.
Boom.
Usually you don't see too often just because it causes water resistance problems. But make no mistake, this watch does have a screw down crown. It does have, as you can see, the screw in case back. And this all leads to a very serious professional dive watch that's rated at 200 meters of water resistance.
And just to put that out there, this is the older version of the TT1, and with the more of a carbon weave type dial versus the new version, which has the wave dial and is actually 300 meter rated.
So as a dive watch, you'll notice that it does have the unidirectional rotating bezel. This is actually ion plated, and it has this really kind of amazing positive feel when you're playing with the bezel. I think that's one of the great ways to judge the quality of a dive watch, is just how does the bezel feel. And it feels good. You'll notice that the screw down crown is decorated. Let's see if I can get that into focus. There is the little Oris brand name there. And the movement is an Oris 733, which is a base SW200.
Which is made by Stellita, which is basically the ETA 2824-2. And some people say it's more accurate, some people say it's less accurate, but for you and I, that just means it's a great, great movement.
So let's talk a little bit about the bracelet. First off, look how beefy this is. I mean, it's huge.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's a 24mm width. It tapers slightly, but just if you can take a look at how thick it is on the side. Here, just can you show it off the side? Just look at how thick these links are. I mean, they are gigantic, and this, I mean, it's heavy. It's a very heavy-duty, huge bracelet, and brand new. These things go for, what, around $350, if I'm not mistaken, if you can find them online? Like $350, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So you're thinking, oh man, this is way too expensive. Why would a cheap watch review site be doing a watch like this? Well, because despite its well over $1,000 retail price, you can get these for around $700 used, which to me is one of the best bargains that you can get for a dive watch of this caliber.
Yeah, I agree completely. So it really has just a really nice heft to it, and I think the bracelet is one of the reasons why it gets that feeling. So you'll notice, of course, these are solid links. It's got an integrated end links. You see that it's kind of built right in there to the case itself, and the clasp is machined. And it's a fold over with the safety lock there, the fold over lock. And that just feels really nice as well. It has kind of a very solid feel to it, feels very secure. All the things that you want when you have a tool or a dive watch.
And I just thought I'd mention that in comparison, this bracelet probably feels similar to Omega's, I'd say, right? Like
Yeah.
it's up to snuff with bracelets that come from Omega or any of the bigger manufacturers. It's that good.
Yeah. So it does have a AR-coated sapphire crystal. I think we did mention that it has the checkerboard sort of textured finish here. I think you call it the weave, which looks really nice. It's got a blue face there, and it's got the 6 o'clock date complication down there.
Yeah. So one of the things, like we had mentioned before, we've got the really nice exhibition display back on the back, obviously displaying the famous red rotor that Oris is known for. Now, to talk a little bit about the crown, it has a very, very nice feel. And as you can see, we've got the hacking second hand. So when we pull the crown out, you can set the time very precisely. So you push it back in and away she goes. Again, I can't say enough just how great this crown feels. It's a very, very, very solid, very smooth, and the chances of cross-threading it are slim to none, which if you've played around with cheaper watches, as you know, it tends to be a problem. So like Ross had mentioned, the dial has a really, really cool weave to it, which some actually prefer over the newer model because of its more utilitarian look. And if utilitarian is what you're after, it really doesn't get a whole lot better than this. This is a beefy, substantial watch that doesn't actually wear too big. It's because it's very thin, as you can see, and it has awesome wrist presence, partially because of, again, that beautiful bracelet, but yeah, it's one of my favorite watches that I own.
Yeah, I think, you know, even on small or big wrists, it just seems to wear just so nicely. It has this really nice balance to it, and part of it's the weight. You know, the dial itself is heavy, the bracelet itself is heavy. It feels amazing. You know, you've got something special on your wrist. And even when you have big gorilla wrists like Fedor, it doesn't look too small. And when you have smaller girly wrists like myself, it doesn't look too big. So I'm not sure. I think the taper really kind of helps balance that out.
Just so you know, our wrists are about the same size, so I really don't know what he's talking about. But without further ado, if you have about $700 laying around, or $1,500 for a brand new one, this can't be more recommended. Very, very, very nice watch.
I concur.
I also concur with you, and previously with myself.
Well, I disagree then.
Alright, well I disagree with you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on taxes. Bye.